Okay, so I'm gonna share the slide now. So sorry. Ah, and I said a lot too. Great. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir, we can see it, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, great. Glory to God.
Yes, sir, we
I'm
can
sure
see
you
it,
got the
sir.
first
Thank you very much, sir.
explanation I said. Awesome. I'm sure you can see the slide clearly now. So sometimes some
Yes,
people
I
wake
get
up,
the explanation.
they're doing, you're just sneezing, you're blowing your nose. That's an upper respiratory tract infection, all right? So, and it's something you should take care of. Glory to God. So, sorry. All right. So, the next one. So, I already explained what is an upper respiratory tract infection. So, when we talk about something being an acute infection, that means it's something that has occurred, that is occurring in less than 2 weeks. Because in case you see to your MCQ, I'll put it that this upper respiratory tract infection, Mr. BC came and he came to meet you as a doctor or as a friend, and he said, I've been having running nose for the past 7 days. Is this an acute upper respiratory tract infection or it is chronic? I can ask you. So it is less than 2 weeks. That means it is acute. Do you understand? So most of the time it is acute. Do you understand? That means it just happened. It is something recent. Do you understand? Upper respiratory tract infection can affect the nose. It could affect the sinuses. Just hold on that sinuses. I'll explain it sometimes later. This pharynx and larynx. When we talk about this larynx, the voice box, what expression are using in NRCC? That place that they used to give us sonorous voices. Ha ha, that's the larynx. Do you understand? Then we have the pharynx, is also a part of that. But all these are found in the throat, what you call throat, what you call your throat. That's where you find this larynx and pharynx. Do you understand? So then we have different types of upper respiratory tract infection based on the particular location it is affecting us at that time. Are you following me? So it affects the nasal part. When we talk about nasal, whenever you say anything nasal, we say nose, nose. That's the nasal passage. So from the nose downwards into the lungs, where you are breathing from, where the exchange. You know, when we were growing up, they told us that you take in oxygen and you breathe out carbon dioxide. So there's a place where that reaction is going, whereby oxygen will be exchanged for carbon dioxide. That's in your lungs, somewhere in your chest. Do you understand? So that's the lower part. So the whole of that tract, we call it respiratory tract. So we have the upper side of it, we have the lower side of it. So the upper side of it is what I've already explained. We talk about your nose, talk about your larynx, talk about your pharynx. You understand? That's just layman terms. I'm sure some of us that did biology, but I've passed through those, but I've come across those terms. Am I correct? So now, when you see somebody with upper respiratory tract infection, many of the time, the audio is low. Is that true? Can you hear me? Doctors is saying the audio is low. Can other people hear me clearly?
You can hear me, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
I can hear you
It's
clearly,
Lucas, maybe
sir.
you should consider increasing the
I
volume
can
of
hear
your.
you clearly, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Those that can hear me clearly. Mr. GKM, please, you say yes, sir. You can hear me. That's what it means, right? Great. So I can proceed. Ms. Doctor, you can kindly increase the volume of your speaker. Mr. Pascal, so you cannot hear. Maybe your audio is not connected. It's loud enough. It's loud enough. Somebody has given me a go ahead. He said it's loud enough. I should proceed. Glory to God. So, like I said, most of the symptoms you see many of the time when there's an upper respiratory tract infection is what you see cough and excess mucus. Many of these excess mucus is what they taught us in mucus when we were growing up. That's the catarrh that you always know about. That discharge from the nose that you mostly see in small children or you see in adults. That sometimes when there's an infective process, you have to keep blowing your nose. You keep blowing your nose. When there's an infective, can you hear me? I believe you can. So when there's an infective process, all right, you discover that some people the nose will start producing a lot of filth. Start producing. Somebody is not muted and you are discussing in the background and it's disturbing us. So the nose will start producing Somebody is disturbing us. I wish to know that person. Mr. Damilola Fagbe Migo, please can you kindly mute yourself? Thank you so much, sir. All right, I've helped you with that. Okay, so let's proceed. All right, so like I said, upper respiratory translation, different things can cause it, but mainly when you see somebody whose nose is running or you see a cough sometimes you mostly due to a bacteria or a virus. All right, those are the two of these things. Just keep it somewhere. All right. I know that some of us are not used to this kind of terms. So it could be a bacteria or virus that usually enters the body through the mouth or through the nose and gets stuck in a particular place and causes an infection. So the infection, take note, this particular type of infection may be passed from to another person through touch, through sneeze, or through cough. So take note, this infection can be passed to another person through cough, through sneeze, or through touching. So it simply means it is communicable. You understand? It's communicable. The treatment is usually simple. All right, we're going to see it, but it's more common in children. That's why you see some children, their nose is always having catarrh, is always having a nasal discharge. It's common in children because their defense system is still developing. All right, their defense system is still developing. It's still trying to become active. All right, because their defense system is still trying to become active. All right, are we following me? Are we following me? Are you following me? Come on, say hi, say hello if you're with me in this class. Say hello, say hi, say hi, say
Hello,
hello.
sir. Hi,
Say
sir.
I'm with you, sir.
Hi, sir.
I'm
Hi,
sure.
sir.
We are following, sir.
Wow, glory to
Hi,
God. Thank you
sir.
so much.
Hi, sir.
All right, so I believe you've got what I've said so far. I've explained upper respiratory tract infection. I've said it could be caused by bacteria or virus. And I said upper respiratory tract infection could affect the nose, it could affect the larynx, it could affect the pharynx. I'm sure you got all those, right? And I said some of the common symptoms that you are going to see is things like cough and catarrh. What you call catarrh, that's nasal discharge. That's discharge of mucus from the nose. That means the nose is hyper over producing that particular fluid. That's why. So this next slide just talks about different things that can cause, but I'm going to skip that because you don't need that at this point, all right? The upper respiratory tract infections are classified into different pieces. But now going to the other symptoms, like I said, I already mentioned cough. Sometimes you can have discomfort in the nasal passages. Some people feel like, my nose is just paining me. I have a discomfort somewhere in my nose. It's a discomforting feeling. There's a way you feel that you don't feel comfortable. Sometimes food even becomes a little bit tasteless at this point in time. Then sometimes when we say a mild fever, the person's body could be a little bit hot at that time because it's an infection. There's an external organism that came into the body and the body is trying to react to. So since the body is trying to react to that, the body begins to fight. And when the body begins to fight, the soldiers, people that want to defend from Boko Haram begin to come into play and there's a reaction. That reaction is what causes the body to become hot. Just take it as that. Do you understand? So it makes the body to become hot. So because it's an infection. So whenever you see somebody is having, there's catarrh and there's catarrh, like I said, I mean there's nasal discharge and there's cough. The person's throat is paining them, there's hoarseness of the voice, and the person's body is becoming hot. Most likely there's an infective process. Do you understand? So now there could be pain and pressure within the face. That's when it has involved the sinuses. There could be running nose, like I already said. There could be sore throat. The person could be sneezing continuously, consistent sneezing, but that's more in allergy, more of allergy. Consistently sneezing because there's something consistently irritating that passageway. Do you understand? Are you following me? Are you here with me on this matter?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. We are
yes,
following,
I
sir.
am, sir. Yes, I am, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
You're following.
All right, I've not heard from Mr. Yemi this evening. It seems he's not with us on this matter. Oh, glory to God. So for this evening, I'll pick Miss Doctor Sojo. She's going to be the one that I'm going to be using to make some of our examples. Miss Doctor Sojo, are you with us in this class? Are you with us this evening? Hi. Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
Oh, glory to God. Thank you for being with us this
I'm
evening.
here, sir.
All right. Yeah, great. So some people could have bad breath, some body aches, the body could be paining, then headache, that's pain in the head, hyposomia, or it can even graduate to anosmia. Hyposomia, reduced sense of smell, reduced sense of smell. Then the eyes could be itchy. The eyes could be itching, the eyes could be red, it could be discharging tears, to various type of symptoms. Glory to God. So now we'll now talk about rhinitis. This is the first type of virus. That's just affecting the nose, basically. That means the infection is restricted to the nose, inside the nose, and not outside the nose. Glory to God. That's that pipe inside the nose. What you can look to. I don't know say there is infection on the nose. So rhinitis. So it could be chronic, it could be acute. I already mentioned that when we talk about something being acute, right? I said that it's something less than 2 weeks. Do you remember I said that? So then it could be chronic, that means it has lasted more than 2 weeks. Then it could be allergic, that means it's something that, okay, don't worry, let me know explain allergic. But when we talk about something being allergic, that means the person is reacting to a particular thing. The person is consistently reacting to a particular thing. There are people that consistently react to a particular thing. So let's just leave it at that. So this is an example of a picture when you talk about rhinitis, you see that nose is inflamed, it's infected. The one on the right, you see it red. Whenever it's in the body, sometimes you see a particular place of the body is paining, and it looks reddish. That means there's an inflammation, there's an infection taking place there. So you can see the reddish eyes, you can see congestion. You see all this in your slide as time goes on. So not saying my nurse will tell you not to expose yourself. When we talk about allergies, things that can provoke an allergic reaction. So a nurse will tell you don't go to where there's an. So some people, whenever there is smoke in a particular place, maybe there is pollen grains from flowers, maybe when they are cutting grass and those microparticles, small particles when they are cutting grass, when they are using this mower to cut the grass, and different kind of things to provoke those reactions. You understand? So we're going to go to the treatment. So sinuses, sinusitis. Whenever you hear itis, itis. So we say rhinitis. There's what we call rhinus. That's the nose. That nasal passage. Don't say rhinitis, inflammation, there's something infecting that particular place, that rhinal passage, rhinitis. So sinusitis, there's a sinuses. So when there's an infection of the sinuses, you see those red points on that man's face. There are spaces, empty spaces in the body. So sometimes they can be filled with fluid and they can become infected. That's what we call sinusitis. So those places can become infected. By when those organisms enter through the nose, they can creep and creep and creep into these particular places. More in sinusitis, the person could have pain around the nose. The person could have pain just a little bit above the eyes, and say, I'm feeling this kind of headache in front of my head, kind of discomfort. So you see it many other times. So normally the sinuses are not infected, but sometimes these things could happen. So and there's increased production of that mucus, what we call mucus, that fluid consistently, and that's you leave all this. I already talk about pain around the eyes. I already talk about pain in the forehead. I already talk about nasal. So a person could get to the stage whereby there's a blocked nose. I would say blocked nose, not like there's a blocked nose with we're just talking about sometimes the nose could get so congested and filled with fluid to the extent that air cannot see way to pass. Are you following what I'm saying? Air will not be able to get a place to pass appropriately. That's why we say there's a blocked nose. So you can say there's a drip, nasal drip. There's the person's body could be hot. So then we talk about fever. Fever does not necessarily mean that the person is sick. Fever just means the body is hot. You understand? And that's the reaction. But with bad breath also. So now this is the treatment. Don't worry. This see your doctor when you want to see this. But I'm only going to explain humidification. So there are humidifiers. No, there are humidifiers that have been made such that to make the atmosphere a little bit humid, such that it's not dry, your nose is not dry, and this can help temper the condition of the nose. I still have another topic, so I'm going to rush this as much as possible. So we talk about larynx. I already mentioned that that's the vocal cord, the voice box, as you always know. So sometimes when you have overstretched the voice box, when there's an infection, so take note that in laryngitis, that means infection of the larynx, that's the infection of the voice box, there would always be hoarseness of voice or loss of voice. So you are not going to see hoarseness of voice in rhinitis. You're not going to see hoarseness of voice or loss of voice in sinusitis, but you see it's in laryngitis. That's infecting the larynx or the voice box or the vocal cords, as you call it. Do you understand? So then there's cough. Sometimes there's persistent cough. There's an irritation of the person say, I have sore throat. My throat is paining me. I have sore throat means that is laryngitis. Do you understand? And there are ways to care about all this. Do you understand? So you can say that that's the voice box on the right there. You see it reddish and big and infected. All right. Symptom test.